Hey, what's up everyone? It's Deck here for another new world video about the raid, and this one is again about the healing, but this time it's gonna be more about the raid strategy than the build itself. If you want to see the video about the build itself, it's gonna be the link into the description or in the comment section. I'm probably gonna put it too. So let's get straight into it. Uh, I'm just gonna show my build real quick at the start of this video too, so you can just put it on pause and look if you're really interested. But my main goal right now is to explain the phase into the tree boss. Like you're gonna see at the start, the boss usually is a bit easier, and when you reach around tree bar, this is where the boss really start unleashing. So yeah, if you died before 3 bar and you think you still have some merit, nope. Alright, so uh, you're gonna see I'm gonna use my Void Blade a lot. Why? Because I am the off heal. You can do this dungeon with one healer. Like I've been doing it as a tank. The whole thing with one healer, and then for the last boss we pull out one more healer because the DPS need heal. It's not because as a tank I needed some, but yeah, it's so hard to cleanse everyone at the end that you kinda need a second healer. So yeah, all this just to say that you don't need a second healer just to do the whole thing. So right now, what I'm doing is mostly just using my Void Gauntlet, and you I've seen at the start I have a lot of intel, so I'm just there Void Blading, and I going on the tail is a good thing, but at the same time my role is not to take too much risk because I need to be there if the other healer die, or if I die the other healer need to be there, and I need to just support the DPS as much as I can. Like right now what I'm doing, I'm just putting some rend on the crystal as much as I can, Oblivion, just to make it easier for the DPS to kill it. Like, yes, my DPS is not bad because I have some intel and low constitution, but my main goal is just to support the DPS right now. So yeah, you're gonna see when they are in trouble, I try to heal some. You're gonna see I've played so many role that I'm not like used to my keybind anymore because I changed them. So I'm gonna scroll heal a lot. But it's not a big deal. Most of the healer you're gonna find gonna scroll heal. It's just that when I'm gonna do PvP, it's gonna take me 1 to 3 game, and then I'm gonna be used to my keybind again. It's just like, since it's a PvE, it's not that bad, and I am mostly healing my group, and when I'm going to heal into the other group, it's pretty hard. Yeah, so like you need to scroll anyway, and with Splash of Light, most of the time it's gonna be far enough. So I have the Sacred Ground on my the weapon perk Sacred Ground. So even if the DPS don't need it, I put it not most of the time, but yeah, most of the time kinda on the ground just so they keep fortify. And look, the tail swipe it can kill you, so you need to take care because yeah, it's it's what just happened to me. So yeah, uh, what I was saying is, yeah, if I was into the sacred ground at this moment when I had the tail swipe, I would be alive. But I put the sacred ground from too much range. So my mistake, I guess, was I was too far from the boss almost. It's stupid like that. You need to stay kinda close and then learn the ability. Like you see right now, the angle that I took, the rock cannot hit me in that angle. Like in the back, if you take like right now where I am in the back, the boss cannot really hit you. You just need to take care because there is some phase where the boss is doing a tail swipe like he did, and yeah. But this tail swipe is you can see it like I just start to see that the tail swipe. You can see it happening. Like The boss is not doing exactly that animation that is lifting itself up, but is lifting his world back up and he's ready for a tail swipe. So it's not that hard to dodge it, and yeah, me dying to that is just because I'm not used to it. So right there, I need to survive, so it's why I had my Void Blade out. It's make me take less DPS, and then I try to heal the people as much as I can and dodge the damage as much as I can. It's just like the only thing you can do is that, keeping some heal for in between the jump. Like, you need to be ready AF. I try to not really play with the pillar because I like going on the pillar and stuff, it's gonna kill you. And like, someone is getting low, I'm gonna cast a heal, then the pillar gonna do that, and it's gonna interrupt my heal. And from the pillar, look, I cannot Void Blade. And if I just come right like this and give 3 Void Blade hit, I give my rend cap. The Void Blade rend cap is 15%, and it go over the rend of the spear and the other weapons. So like, you can have 65% rend, but you need to have a 15 that come from the Void Gauntlet to have it. And this is why this build is amazing. And what happened is, if your healer die, well, you have a off healer. So this is crazy. So you see during that phase right there, you dodge the rock and then you don't stay around the boss because he's gonna do a tail swipe or he's gonna start jumping. And yeah, it's just easy like that. So let's pass on the next boss soon, because I know that it's kinda almost it. Like, you know what? So the boss is jumping, keeping my stamina up. I try to not triple dodge. The maximum you can do is double dodge. Now I used all my stamina. I'm lucky because he did not jump again. What you can do in that moment is put the Oblivion on the ground, because the Oblivion on the ground gonna give you stamina. And yeah, having stamina, you're gonna be able to jump. So what you can do during the jumping phase is put a Oblivion under you and your teammate, so you make sure that they regain their stamina enough to be able to dodge the dodge phase. It's stupid sometimes, but yeah, it's like that. So okay, on the next boss, this one is tricky, but mostly on the last phase. On the first phase, first 2 phases is not too bad, and if your group die like 4 or 5 times on the second phase, it's rough, man. Rough. So what happened is, we one-tapped the first boss. We got it on the first attempt. The second boss, we got it on the second attempt, and the last boss, we got it on the second attempt too. So yeah, if you listen to the tips and the tutorial on this channel, you're gonna be able to do it too. You're gonna spend like 2 hours maximum doing a raid that other people take 4 hours to do. And 2 hours is probably when it goes bad, right? So right there you see there's the stuff over the head of the people. You start with from that. You're gonna use your Void Blade as much as you can, but you need to remember that you're a healer and you're there to save people if they need. But yeah, you're more like a savior than a healer and a Void Blader first. You're gonna, like, you need, in this fight, I think what you need the most as a DPS or a Void Blade user is to realize the moment where it's open, like the opening of the boss. You see, like right now, I'm hitting. I was the first DPS that reached it. You're not supposed to have your healer first. Like, you're gonna see there's some phase when the boss go into the middle. There's sometimes there's nobody hitting him. Like, when the boss go in the middle and then you charge on someone, there's a long phase where it's 3 DPS, and if people don't use it, man, it's bad, seriously. So yeah, when that phase happen, you're gonna see there's some corvid that's gonna spawn. You're gonna have to try to stack the big wolf. You're gonna stack them on the bird, and if you can clump everything properly, that's gonna be amazing, and you're gonna be able to pass. The strategy that we did is we killed the first phase, and then we ignore the second phase, and we do that in the 3 phase. So when you get in the first room, you kill the ads on the first phase, and then you don't kill the second, you ignore them, and then when you go into the other room, you do the same thing over and over till the next room. You just don't kill the ads after the second wave. So yeah, you see, I just put my fortify on the ground so people don't get one tap. I go in, and this is it. So you need to try to be quick. I try to get the aggro of the wolf and then pull the wolf on the corvid, but it's pretty hard. You know, you need to do it without dying. But as a healer, it's gonna be probably your main role, because since you're the healer, you're gonna take a lot of aggro by just casting spell. So you're like the one that's gonna have the aggro of the rats, you're gonna have the aggro of the wolf, and since you're gonna have the aggro of all that, you need to take huge care, heal yourself, go where the corvid is, put a sacred ground on the ground where the corvid is, and then pull out the void blade, pull a oblivion, and then void blade into your oblivion and try to leech from the rupture, and your DPS are supposed to be there hitting with you. You're hitting the same as your DPS, and you're rupturing the mob that your DPS gonna need to leech off. You're not fighting your mob alone, so you're when you have your aura too, because you see there's the aura that just spawned. You can rewind in the video. I had the aura around me from the void gauntlet. This heal and do DPS. So if you manage to clump the mobs properly and pop the aura, then all your teammates gonna gain heal and the mobs gonna take big damage from it. So this aura is key, and it pops so many times that it's gonna pop during the ads phase. You just need to pop your void blade and use it to have it. And when you know that the ace phase, ad phase is coming, you can use just a bit less, your void blade, just to make sure that you have your aura when the mob are coming. You can make sure to not waste your aura. And you see when the boss is like jumping and he's making a wave around him, this type of wave is into a lot of dungeon and a lot of boss fight. How to dodge this is to run to dodge in the front, like you dodge frontward. And if you think it's not possible at that moment to dodge frontward, you're gonna use a dodge in the back and then a dodge in the front, and it's gonna dodge the whole thing. But don't dodge one time in the back, you're gonna take the whole wave. So you're gonna see I have the fire kick. I try to empower my teammate like right now because it's the start of the fight. I know that I'm gonna have the fire kick soon, so it was the perfect time, I think, to use it. It's gonna come back, and we have other people that have the fire kick that's gonna pop it too during the ads phase. So I think that adding one that pop it on the first phase straight up before the ads could be fine. But usually you're gonna keep your fire kick for the ads phase. So you see I'm already on the corvid right there, hitting it as much as I can. I put my oblivion in the middle to make sure that it touch as much people. Splash of light touch as much people as possible. You see I make sure I have the aggro. I drain the health of the mob as much as I can, as much rupture. I refresh my cooldown with the void blade as much as I can. I heal with the splash. I put a sacred on myself because it's quicker than trying to, like, when someone is down on the ground, you put a sacred on yourself there, so there's a sacred when the dude gonna lift up, and then you can go and just DPS. The musket dude into the dungeon have the aggro right now, so this is sketchy. We need to take care. But he's amazing, you know. He's Opera Winfrey. Vote for him for president. Tanking with a musket and rapier, I guess. Let's go. And I told him that the musket was not that good. So I guess at this part he did it. He did prove that the musket is good. I'm sorry, Oprah, with the rapier. But I just don't want to see too much of that. All right, just 2 per or 3 per group max, I guess. But yeah. So right now we are just trying to survive, hold it as long as we can, because we know that if we just survive, it's gonna die. Like we just have like right now when the boss is sucking up all the mobs, you need to keep some potion ready and some heal ready. So if you clap while he's like sucking the health of everyone, everyone's gonna gain back health. So you need to time that clap well. You need to time that those potion well during that moment that is draining yourself. And everyone need to use a potion if they can during that moment. And the healer need to be really aware that it's happening because you see we just survived because I managed to heal myself and use a potion. It's the same for everyone else. They probably use the potion in that moment. So yeah, this is it for this boss fight. I don't know at the end why the ads still spawn and kill Oprah. I guess the dungeon was really against him. So this is the third boss. The third boss, you know, there's some those blue fontaine on each corner. You take the ball and you throw it on the ground and cleanse the people, cleanse the tank, cleanse the ground. There's a lot of stuff to cleanse and you cleanse with it. All right. So there's some white fog on the ground. You take really big care of the white fog because you're gonna fall asleep into it and it's not that hard to dodge. But you need to stay aware because the white fog is not always visible. So like always move around when there's some white fog and you're gonna see there's some phase where it's there. So it's not always there, so it's easier when you know that it's there. Alright. So you see, I used my Void Gauntlet as much possible. I put a bit of Fortify and some buff here and here, just in case people have to move out. I get hit by the tail web. Sometimes the boss start to do ta 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 with the tail, and it's pretty hard to get out of that. So it's why like right now, if I can put a Sacred on me, that would be a nice thing for the utter DPS. Like, yeah, I don't see why right now I don't use Sacred Ground, but it's fine. I guess we are just at the start of the boss, and the boss is not hard at the start. The boss is hard in the three last line, and like I say, if you die before the three last line, you got carried, and you need to subscribe, like, and comment. Alright, so you see the eggs. The eggs. You need the Great Sword user for sure to do it. But a lot of people don't realize that you can help. You can put some rend on the eggs. You can like I put the rend with my Void Gauntlet on the eggs. I put my Oblivion around the eggs. So the dude with the Great Sword gonna have an easier time to kill the eggs that if he's alone trying to do it while nobody taking care of it. I put a Sacred on the dude who is doing the eggs because I know that the eggs are such a pain to do. Like you're gonna see me support the eggs as much as I can, and sometimes I just go and I hit them 3 times like I just did. You can rewind. I hit the eggs 3 times just to put 3 stack of friend because it's 3 stack. Clock, 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 and then you move. It's the same for the tuck, the boss. Pop, pop, pop. You move away. You just if you think that right now it's hard and there's a lot of hard thing to do. Move around it 3 times. Move around in 3 times. Move around it 3 times. You're gonna put some rend on everything. You're gonna throw some heal here and here. You're gonna be a savior. You're gonna put some rend. You're gonna give some empower. You're gonna be the best teammate ever. You see I'm just moving around. The fog does nothing to me. I save my teammate with the cleanse, and this is how it be. You just keep a good awareness. This is one of the reasons why I think tap target as a healer is really bad, and you're never gonna use tap target even as a controller user. Just want to run around and heal the people. And you're gonna see I managed to pop a lot of Oblivion, just void blading right there, and put a lot of rend and empower and enfeebling with my void blade right there. And then you see the Rupture is so good, it gives the stamina to the people, it gives the health, so it can just be there with me and doing the melee, but you know, for the moment people are still scared to melee. Most of the people are gonna not melee in this dungeon, and I totally understand. It take a moment to like learn it. But as you can see, it's possible to do it even for your healer. Your healer can be there and just Void Blade with you, and it's like 15% faster because of the RAM. And you see, even the vines on the side, I hit them kind of hard, and like the build is amazing. Seriously, you can put less con. Like what I think is when I'm gonna be like, I had to change build quick because I thought I was DPS at the start, so I had to change build quick. So I had 100 con into this dungeon, but in the future I'm gonna try to lower it to 50 con. But now you know this build is working with 100 con, and this is amazing, man. Like you have a healer with 100 con with some intel and some focus, and he's doing good DPS because he have some harnessing on his gear. And what do you want more? So right now we are reaching the 3 bars. Under 3 bars you're gonna see everything start to be harder. So I'm gonna start to explain more. So you see the smoke on the ground is a bit bigger. There was 2 stacks at the same time. There's gonna be soon 3 eggs instead of 2 eggs. I'm gonna help with the eggs for sure. I try to prevent people with some sacred ground here and there where I think they're gonna need it soon or not. I'm just using my spell to make sure they are not into my inventory and people need it when I'm like void blading. So you see, as soon whatever you do, you need to keep a vision on the boss. Like you're gonna see, I'm gonna void blade and I'm gonna try to turn my screen in the boss direction while void blading. Like I'm trying to find an angle that I can move and kill the eggs at the same time. So I guess those eggs are on the side like this are the worst eggs, and every DPS should be killing it if they're already on the side. If they are in the middle and easy to kill, okay, but like you see right there that there's 3, it's fine, they are not too bad. Me and the dude with the great sword can just go and do it by ourselves. I'm trying to like the eggs are really important. Like you need to stay aware of that. And I'm glad that the DPS did help me during that phase too. As a healer, you have a good part of the aggro. Like when the tank don't have the aggro, you are the one that's gonna aggro because you're the healer. So if you are aware of that, you can try like I did to pull the mob away and then tank it during a moment. You're not an off tank, but you can hold it, and then I put as much rend as I can and enfeebling on it. So when the DPS come help me at the end, it's gonna be easier, stuff like that. I could be trying to pull it to a DPS too, but sometimes you're gonna kill a DPS because he's not ready. So that there's like try to stay visible somewhere where all the DPS can see you, and then you kill them up there. Could be the best thing to do. The boss is almost dead, and I'm just trying to heal right now because it's the hardest part is right now. And if they are alive, we succeed, and we succeed. So it was almost like a live commentary or a react video at the same time, and a tutorial. I don't know if you guys like this. I think it's my first time doing this type of format of video on this channel. I never did it before. If you like it, like, comment, subscribe, and tell someone you love them. Peace out.